Welcome to this week's 2-Minute Tuesday. My name is Ruth, and we are going to be talking about how to measure a TN. There are many ways to measure things, and oftentimes all you need to do is pull out your measuring tape and go left to right, top to bottom. With this, we need to remind you to always measure your TN open and flat, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Supplies that you'll need: measuring tape. I prefer a ruler because it stays flat and straight, but you can certainly use a measuring tape, and you'll just need a flat surface. That's all. So take everything out of your TN, all inserts, all dashboards, lay your leather cover out flat on the surface, and then first we're going to go bottom to top, which would be the height. Then we're going to go left to right or right to left, which would be the width of the notebook, which is also sometimes referred to as the wingspan. Now be very careful about that first tick mark on the ruler, because sometimes I see people using the ruler and putting the ruler to the end, but the tick mark doesn't actually start until a little bit after that. So you actually want to line up the first tick mark at the top of the leather and then count the inches or centimeters or however you're measuring it down from there. Even sometimes keeping inserts in like this and then trying to measure top to bottom. If the leather is very floppy, if it's very soft leather, you know you have a little bit of pull on the elastics, and that could change the measurement as well. And then one last thing I want to remind you of, that the measurements that we use on our website to basically tell you how big our covers are, these measurements are always going to be approximate because our TNs are handmade. Also, the leather can play into it, so if it's very textured leather, hand-dyed leather can actually shrink down just a little bit. So for instance, Odyssey leather that dye has been added to, these things may come into play and change it a little bit. Usually never more than 1/8 of an inch, but just keep that in mind. All measurements are approximate. I hope that this video has been a clear demonstration on how to measure your TN. If you have anything to add or any questions, drop them in the comments below, and I hope you guys have a great week. So I wonder if you want me to be like, doing like this, like...
I do, that's what I do.